Welcome to the video Vort. Rashi famously teaches us that the Jewish people, according to the Torah, stood at the foot of the mountain. But the very strange language, B'tachti Sahar, suggests that they were actually underneath the mountain. And that is how the Talmud describes the event at Har Sinai. Kaf aleim har kegigis, that the Jewish people stood underneath the mountain. God took it, overturned it, and held it over their head with the following charge. Either you accept the Torah, or if not, sham tehei kvuraschem. Here will be, or there will be, your final resting place. Now, many Mefarshim have attempted to explain the metaphor, the message, the idea, the philosophical quandary of the Jewish people having accepted the Torah by some measure of coercion. However, if we take a look at the language, Kaf aleim har kegigis, God took the mountain and turned it over their heads like a gigis. So that word gigis requires understanding. And if we know what the gigis is, then perhaps we can understand the message of Kaf aleim har kegigis. Rashi tells us in Masechta Shabbos that a gigis is a wine cask. God held the mountain over their head like a wine cask. That does not sound too threatening at all. In fact, it sounds quite joyous and delicious and celebratory. God held a wine cask over their head, but then with that joy and celebration of wine over their head, it's like raining wine, God issues them a threat. If you don't accept the Torah, sham tehei kvuraschem, there will be your resting place. So how do we put this all together? And perhaps one can suggest that HaKadosh Baruch Hu told the Jewish people, Kaf aleim har kegigis, they're about to accept the Torah. And he indeed held it over their head to demonstrate the joy and the celebration and the spirit of hope and optimism and happiness and divine intervention, all this going on together. Kaf aleim har kegigis, God turned it on their head like a wine barrel, as if to say, you are accepting the Torah now with joy and happiness. But that comes with an underbelly. Because if we only accept the Torah through joy and happiness, sham tehei kvuraschem, if we only accept the Torah during the good times, then when the challenging times occur, and they most certainly will, sham tehei kvuraschem, that will be your burial ground. Because a fair weather friend to the Torah is really a friend not at all. If our commitment to Torah is only in the good times, then we are doomed to self-destruction. Kaf aleim har kegigis, God showed them the cask of wine over their heads at the time, and that's wonderful to accept the Torah with that joy, but it cannot be an acceptance only during the times of joy, only when God is self-evident and his divine presence is miraculously intervening in our lives. No, it has to be a complete and total commitment. Only then will the Jewish people last, will the Torah survive, and the divine legacy of Matan Torah continue on. Good Shabbos.